Abusia yamama kwa basonko so eba POG Media so meso safe no wabaso a obe like no wa subscribe na afi so wetima share dwumadi no ama afoforo nso nsa atumi aka ensem ekoso my Ghana mu a yenso yaje pene se brane no yebemi abedwafo ahunu de eko ene de eba na de ensem ene ekoso highway ni so eye NDC National Communication Officer Sami Jemfina chese odin sembi ababeto abonti a o chese eye 17 September 2024, that's coming next week Tuesday chese NDC amayokunu eye demonstration change edia Electoral Commission concerning eye voters register hun sensema chese enenam omanimu na Sami Jemfi Chima NDC amayokunu ya atena oma Electoral Commissioner J.Mensah de atenchina adane omo Addo ya chese omo aninje ho na ni nyina ne se J.Mensah eba abonten beka se exhibition time aswinti obi anko non enko exhibition center non konko hwe ne din se ne din wo voters register ni ma eno na amanfo bebre ko pie mu ho ebim ko check your mudi na chese obi wo ho a ne din ni mu kura obi wo ho a ya transfer na free baby oyede oto aba chese na Sami Jemfi Chema ni da ho a yisi ni yede chese oni NPP amayoko no plan o ma fa se omode ba be regi 2024 coming December elections no omode ba be wiem ama NPP amayoko na chese ensem na odi tu dan na ensem na no weden papa iti mencha on kwa mepesa beja for bemi akoni akwakuti ensem no mu bi na ansa na ebeko no be show so wonsem kai bia odi be share your comment section wo be like no subscribe na afin so etima share dwumadi no ama afoforo nso nsa tuma aka medamase
ye be kwa akoto aba as oman eyo mampanyi ene mrahye bedwafo a mfie nan a eda yanim from 2025 7 January to 2029 7 January ombebu oman Ghana. Ite ya bato a ehuhia isan se mprempren Ghana wa wuhihia mu oman no asai ЄEMმაგრ paska bibia enkoye enti abato we ni akwanya Ghana fo ye wo se ye betumi ede asesan na mpenyimfu a omunima mamuo omo wotema omo wo doma Ghana omo wo nhyehyɛ pa eni suahunu a eni suade hunu a omo betumi dia begugu akwan mu ama nnwuma ne mpuntu nkoso aban ababedi enso eye Ghana fo nyina ye opportunity kese to express obroni say our inalienable right to vote ye ka inalienable right a eye fahudi a wonyame bo nipa bia woni dua ye mu enye onipa na de sa fahudi ni ma yen enye constitution no kwa na de fahudi ni ma yen nti wote say a lawyer for say fahudi bi right bi wo a eye inalienable. What they are trying to tell you is say eyo nyame na de dua nipa mu oje free nipa ni nsemu a enye ye. The human being cannot exist without those rights, and so right na ba ko the right to vote ukukrumuti tumi a anafa hudi a wo say ye to aba mpenyimfo adi enso a wo so se wadi mfie du nwotwe ene akire na wadwemu da ho nko a usu utimi to aba. So it's a very important election. Na enunti enam say election hu hienti na wo say abato commission wo hwe abato no so no oma pere yo ye adwuma oma enhyehye fa abato no hu nyina mu da ho na bibia ye kroje ye koto abana obi a wo fa hudie se wo so to aba bia wo so utimi to aba na aba wo ye beto no so no ye kan ne pepepe ne ye bobo ne pepepe se na be ya de o manfo pe no eno ena ebe ye adwuma enye de asumesi ana obentempe de o manfo dodo pe no eno ene wo se eye adwuma. So the sanctity and the integrity of the process is important. And we answer bato no free, fair and peaceful. I was say periperio ayejuma na masubie so ayejuma because NDC Amanyoku was a key stakeholder in this election. Yempene emu bi mfa ye dogu no abe. Yem penny mo bin fa 6 and a near 9. Yem penny mo bin fa yet and a near kalu. There is no way I will be able to me about him. MPP for nam. O mine was a wubuni ye now consoba. Na omujina edwuma o maye so ka se Ghana for nto abama o no mo se da bi. O be bokro no asay o mine because omodie they have a strategy to win the election. A strategy be eyenwiamu. Enuti abato amre ba be so no ye hu nyeme bi a NDC for maya yemhihye. Na maya nyina so se bibibi koso. Kanana bi koso. Frakadam bi koso a say yanhwe ya and your how ebebre on 7 December 2024. Na nyase bia ye sore ya na ye kasa asem we ya ye nhwehwemu munyina munim se ansana ye twetwere din wie na ye update voters register eno na ye de kwakoto abana electoral commission mrahye ne se ansana ye be exhibition so bi a watwere ni din bia anko check se ni din ne credentials bi bia wo register ni mu pepepe no ye exhibit ye the register no etoto abonten so bi anko check ni din se se mpo de o ma ye short code so we use short code ni check se we din wo register ni mu e wo the right polling station, it is in the right register or list so that on election day no you will not be found wanting ubetimi atwala. It is this year so easy for my political parties in Saka provisional register for 2024 saying him. Yes, Saka register no ye register ne ba very late. Ade ba be chiama yakoye exhibition over the bread very late. But thanks to our hard-working elections directorate, if you move na was ye fiti as ye nwie hwehwemu no ye fiti as ye na kakra kra ye hu fa register easy for the abrɛ no ne ye de kwakoto aba no abusianfo asefem eyensem a ehu, and that is why you say benada ye o ye kire because the hwehwemu mapa wo say easy penema ye no easy ne se ompene so that's ompene so dia and yes we cannot just accept it. We have the right to vote, but above all we have the right to protest to protect our vote. And nothing ye kwa yes our ye kire no so se won ti die nti ayekoye ye kire ase a me de best madu e ba be churchu mu. Put NDC MPP aside because issues now you're discussing is not about NDC, it's about Ghana, it's about free fair elections, it's about abattoir ye beto awie no bia wo mugidie se attend live the period ye adwuma na sumdwie act na Ghana afebo ye nyina ye peno no ye mpa sisie ye mpa nwiamu na se no betumi asidi a ene abatoɔ ne fapem abatoɔ ni nyina fapem ade baako abatoɔ enwoma de wɔn a wɔwɔ tumi sɛ wɔto aba nyina wɔndin wom na ye friend voters register no eno na wo sɛ dimu eno na wo sɛ ehote sɛ na be ya obi bia wo fa wo kwan sɛ wɔto aba no to start with the din be will register them. That is the starting point, that is the foundation. If the register is flawed, no matter how, the easy for the election also will be flawed. And it's the NDC for you. Like I mentioned, EC4 before exhibition at the 2024 provisional register. Abraham, Yayin Omo exhibition. In Omuguso final register Juma. And they are supposed to give us a final register by law. And some are printed ballot papers. And the final register has to be done. But there are serious problems we have found through the painstaking investigations that elections directory led by Dr. Bawumia aye. What the familiar screen the summary of the damning findings, the preliminary findings on which said weye elisuanisu ono kra no de yehuni nti yagebra ya do register ni wasukwa enche kra no we will update the findings. But today I'll talk to you about just 4 of the findings. The NDC amanyoko ye ne say Yefa register dadano. Was the 2020 register near the Tuabano. 2021, 2022, 2023 EC4 updating. So as of 2023 register na EC4 ekitomo omodema all political parties 2023 register is the updated version of the 2020 register in the Tuaba. Yefa no. And yefa 2024 provisional register na EC4 omaya no fufuro yo omodi amaye ya omuguso ye ho adwuma so omo ebe finalize no so yefa and ye de toto the di kan de ehu ye ne say nipa these are just preliminary findings 3,957 apemiensa ene ahankono adunumu enso 3,957 Ghana for omudin ewo 2023 voters register mu meaning say omukita voters ID card. Timio, these 3,957 people they registered in 2020. They have voters ID card. Omudin will register that anymore. But we register mono na is for the Abreno 2024 provisional register na. Their names have been deleted or excluded from the register. Their names are not there. Where a preliminary investigation kakra yawunu 3,957 and meeting ya electoral commission for koye na wotwe mu efie no ye present evidence no bi not all but some because we didn't have the whole day the limited time no we gave them many instances of this. And now there wasn't one or multi dispute here. And nothing that NDC amanyoko ye pese sa meeting no. Common easy for my work finance and for baho. Ni etimi carrying in life ebe TV so magana for nyina hwebi. But omunim di oma yenti no mo se da omompene. Emma sa meeting no emma live on TV. And the presentation here no nyina no wo hu bi. Because easy nempene easy de ke yehu ye kwakwa ye referee enti wo de si wani so ba ko pa e wo se ke ye se amanyoko ni Ghana fo nyina benya omugidie ana meboa o so obi enya omugidie de wo pe no no se ne be ya de a wo ye bia no obenya moa obi a be support ye be to aba na wie no obi a bo waba so enti what do you have to hide say NDC amanyoko say ya ye hwehwemu ye hu problems be with the register and we want to come and present it to you. Allow for media, the fourth estate of the realm to cover it live. Easy for said why? What do you have to hide? So 3,957 voters. Omudi wa 2020 register mu, omukita voters ID. Ye omudi free 2024 register anymore. And yegusu there are more in the coming weeks. He said the medical can will update you. The second thing by comparing register dadano to register monoyo modia brain and say Ghana for 2094 electoral commission say oma transfer or votes. Or the Ghana mranema ho kwan say ya ba beto ababia na babia wudin wo no watu afri ho nti wuntimi nkọ ho nkoto aba wobetumi transfer waba na ba baby asese wote na se wo transfer waba ne ba ho a yebeyi wudi afri baby ana wudi yebeyi wudi afri sa register ni mo na ye de wudi no akọ baby fufuro a ehọ na wo kwakoto aba na ye de wudi akọ akọ sa register ni mo na nam se ye pese sa transfer no emu da ho na political parties nyina ntibidi o mani di akiri na yan transfer obi abrawonim yan transfer obi illegally anko baby a eni se woto aba enti no emra ne se wo transfer obi free police station A to B ya police station A hono a wo yi ni di free hono ye wo list bi wo wa ye frɛ no absent list such as a nipa no na woto aba wa ha but say wo yi ni di free akọ police station B. It is why you're absent. You're transferring the votes. You're deleting the DF free register.
abusua nti nsɛm no mu bi ɛne ekokotie no na same dem fi de to aso akyese or drop some figures bi a na any ehu papa kyese number of voters ya transfer omo from one place to the another kyese ebi mo ho nso a yeyi omudin afi voters register nim obi wo ha 2020 eno no onya voters ID card na kyese 2020 na ne din yeden wo voters register mu 2023 voters register kra ne din yeden wo na de nti netime ba 2024 provisional register na kyese nipa ne ko hwe ne din a ne din any voters register na kyese eye ne down na yi si no yeden o ya kyese ensem a same dem fede to aso ne de na ensem no anu wede ne etime pesa abedwafo sa abem yakọ ne akwakotie audio ne de to aso
wo police station A ni mu enti ye de ne din ahye absent list wo police station A mu enti political party agents ni nyina ba no mo fa absent list na o ni say oh nipa dodo we no mu din wo police station ha but say o ma yomu din afia the absent list must record it na fe uko police station B na afa ye de ne din akọ na ne din wo register na nkasa mu but there is a second list your friend a transfer list omo afa no mu di omudi aba ho omo register ho but omo yomudi afi baby aba ho so their name will be entered in the transfer list the new police station ye di omudi akọ which is police station B. So police station A baby ayi nipa ni di afi no absent list must record say ye ni di afi ho. Police station B baby ye di ni di aba no the transfer list must record say ha na ye di nipa ni di aba na mu ada ho no bi atiase confusion bi ansi election day. But where the area mu amaye say Ghana for 2094 EC say o ma transfer omudin into omudin wo transfer list mu o we transfer list ni mu a e kire say o mo transfer omudin from A to B into omudin wo transfer list of A of B mu but uko A wa absent list no omudin ni e see there the banner it is or they are just doing the transfer like that because you can't transfer your name from a non-existent police station to another. It is a passe transfers in ye transfers papa dia. And ye baby a omo yi omo vote free no baby omo transfer omo votes na free no. Ya va say o vote sunyan and I will transfer fin kan. Yemfa say sunyan is a police station yemfa say emra ne say ye ko sunyan police station where absent list no I will say would you say where you would feel you are absent na enkran maybe I would do the aba no transfer list no di wo say the aba but these 2094 Ghanaians no okore sunyan absent list no mudi ni ho so something is missing. We can't ascertain say indeed these people omo ankasa na transfer no enti abato mmerene betumi aso obekọ the police station so okoto aba police station agents wo nyina so be check absent list ni dini ejo mbeka chance o absent list no dini mo enti udin da so wa ha obekọ no absent list hwe udini and so na register udini ya transfer but because the udini absent list ni enti you were not prompted you thought that your name was in the register enti ntimi to aba. That is the problem presented by this finding. Now, number 3, we TDA winner of all the findings, this is the biggest. It involves Ghana at this year or 243,000. Imagine this, 243,000. Ghana, to win an election, you need 50% plus 1. And one vote to crowd here. In fact, you talk about Ghana, the difference between the first person and the second person was just 40,000 votes. 2008, first round. Professor Atamils of blessed memory and Akuffo Addo, 40,000. And if you have an infraction, an anomaly involving 243,000 votes, it's serious. But if I did, medical say, when you transfer, now so will you deem every one police station to the other police station. was say a record din absent list mu baby a we din na free na baby a do din ko no ye do din share transfer list mu just afi na waba enti abatuo bi a wo police station dia na wo fa transfer list na omo a before sa abatuo no o ma transfer omu din aba register ho omo nko na wo se wo hu omo enti ye ba beto aba 2024 so wo fa the transfer list of any of the 40,000 polling stations in Ghana. That transfer list must be made up voters or my transfer or my list only for 2024 elections. Omudi or transfer list no omudi sounds so main register anymore. But omudi or transfer list for ease of referencing. O person who more omudi about o for transfer list now be who. Any answer so di omudi and for that matter their KR code as main register them. Where dear TNU Oma transfer omudi fresh this 243,000 omo transfer omo votes not 2024 omo transfer omo vote 2020 enti omo transfer no etwem maybe omo transfer omo vote call 2020 no ene ho no omudi wo ho no moto aba enti 2024 ya yakwa akoto aba ewu yin so omo ye transfer bi abiem to that same police station unless they are relocating to another area. So these 243,000 people 2020 no more transfer to their current police stations. Why no more that's one transfer move vote to ko baby fufuro. Therefore their names are not supposed to be in the transfer list again because 2020 about no etwem. Omo e was omudi what transfer list ni mu no must be more transfer within 2024 because 2024 ban ye kwakoto 2020 there etwem. But these 243,000 transfers in 2020 is for the account 2024 transfer now. So the 2024 transfer list is bloated by 243,000 voters. They are not among transfer vote to be 2024. It is omudi and so you omudi akoka ho. It ya blow to the increasing number by 243,000. And ti ufa main register no so a omudi abam mienu. So the transfer list is bloated by 243,000 and the register is also bloated by 243,000. What that means, let's say, because their data has been captured twice, we can't be sure. Said they can't vote twice. It is possible. I'm choosing my words carefully. It is possible. So we wait me to abandon me. Why? We because oh, nasa abandon two with the biometric verification device network. Into 2-1, I won't mean 2 and it's not exactly so. Biometric verification device, obia data wo. Na with data na woman na sense so dear na your friend QR code enunti say ye capture within prenu na o QR codes no enye adekoro eye two different QR codes a ubetumi akwa me scan wa mo ato aba baako ubesan so akwa me ato aba mienu because dina ba mienu and the QR codes are two different QR codes. It is machine on peke say a one I would do services so to aba because the machine is only scanning your QR code. So because udia babum prino no Akuffo we nyina betimi ato aba prino and the number is 243,000. Obisi oh na say to aba ni wi aye don sa share indelible ink mu into ba bi mu aye becho na wonsa na yanfa nhye mu e omo yes ade we no omo nim di omo ye. So at the police station they can decide that for some people they won't do it. Especially in their strongholds. And the police station, the police agent, you be our fin and no one could do a wounds to say a bebonoa. Why we are going to mean your way. Even when I did the Befa Sano, if you must be called the crochet break fluid, Sano break fluid, or call or the shame or the idea some papers here ink in the co or Babatuaba. Because at the end of the day, Nippon Babatuaba agents would send a film when you were ink. So it is a problem to have a situation nipa 243,000 omo transfer omo votes 2020 omo transfer omo votes 2024 na ye de omo di akoshe transfer list for 2024. How is that possible? Into transfer list no ya bloated no, and therefore the register is bloated. Do we want to go into the 2024 election with a bloated register? The answer is no. Yeah, the data naturally easy. And the omo kind we are catching up. So that is number 3. Then this is number 4. Number 4 and then number 2 no essay. So I told you about 2,094 people here. Oma transfer omudin. But you can't trace the transfer because maybe omo transfer omudin free and absent list no omudin. However, in the transfer list no omudin wom. And the transfer list will tell you say they transferred from police station A to B. But with this 4th category, 15,000 voters. Omono offer transfer list now. Or the transfer list is supposed to track the transfer. So the transfer list is the list of all persons who have transferred their votes to a new police station. So it is at the new police station where they have transferred their votes to. And when you pick the transfer list, it should tell you where the person transferred his votes from, his vote from, so that you can track it. To make sure, say, and you'll be in a TEC office, and you'll be in a shed there, and all your transfers illegally. These 15,000 people, we transfer list now. Omudi wom, but baby, your transfer omu free at the bar, it is not there. It is not there, so you can't trace it, you can't track it. That is it. In the first case, it is there, say, you need free A by B in the transfer list. But it didn't absent list, it will police station A. Baba police station B and it will transfer list, say, you free A in the buy. But when we 15,000 people here, even police station B, one have a transfer list in the Mudi one. Bibi any more extra baby will free buy. How do you track it? How do we know the basis of the transfer and how it was done? So, Emirati, I'm just giving you these 4 damning findings of your preliminary investigations. And now we have assembled a crack team, detailed investigation. Yako, and you say NDC for your pekasa, yanum nekeka ye kasa keke. Penyese papa so pa ngoma so enye nanum de ntia ne mniye yo ntia se ne be ya Ghana ni bia wo kwan so beto aba betumi ato aba nyesa abato da be so bedu on yesi ya transfer wako ba bi na wokra wonya awe wo bedu on wo se wo me transfer me din ba so ye be check transfer list be bia transfer wo din free ba eni nim na echi nya aba wo ene e ma ne nto aba ne transfer ne nya papa na de ntokwa aba e de mente me ho se aba e de oye na aba da bi ye mpenesa enti yehu ye no as a responsible party, a trail letter mamo easy. Mama ye kwani ani mumeshia. Mama ye kwani mabeshia. Mama nsem trofo me koba no bi antibi. Mo se da montiase. What do you have to hide? Ye present bibia chom say oh okay enokre ye kra ye hu enokre but ye maka ni nyina ye hu adwuma. Enti wo de mo nkofa mu data na mo woni nyina mre ye be ye hu adwuma na say na ye de ba na mo se ma ye hu adwuma na mo de bebre afi mo the final register ba.
It's a bushia winning summer Sami Demfi at the Bawumia watch say next week Tuesday, that's 17th September 2024. A yadia NDC amayukuno or more year demonstration change at the etia Ｊ.Mensah and an officials. Isan say Nyomana Ebobano Ninache say a yadia Maman was sinable say Obevia a year 7 December aba Ghana fu nyina ye kwa akoto eji o man panyinu obewiem ama NPP amayokunu nanso omo NDC de omo ntena ho da ememfa achichi enda na omo achinchina omo be machi yisi no boot for boot esan say NPP for nam na mo keka say omo it is possible some be omo be break the 8 na answer na ni friend su beka say obeto bo babo na chese na ye den esibi bi so achese NDC for na ni abre papa nti abusua meda masesa mo JP na emi ekoti eye NDC communication officer Sami Jenfi, Nensama, or the Babadomiye. Aha, POG Media, Madam.